Hi everyone, I am Neha Agrawal. I'm the founder of WiseUp Communications. In this video, we're going to talk about how can you submit a killer application. We're going to walk you through the step-by-step process of the application journey so that you know what to expect and you can gear yourself accordingly. So without further delay, let's get started. First of all, let me tell you, you do not need the help of any consultancies to fill out your application. At first, it may seem a little bit scary and daunting because you've never done this before, but trust me, it is not hard. It's a fairly simple process and you can manage it on your own. One thing you can do is to reach out to somebody who has done this process before. So either a college senior or a cousin. So that in case you get stuck anywhere in the application, you can immediately reach out to them and ask for help. So if you are going for fall admissions, then you should ideally start working on your application in July or August. So say for example, if you're aiming for fall 2023 admissions, then you should start working in July or August of 2022, which is right now. Ideally, by this time, you should have completed your GRE, TOEFL, IELTS and other entrance tests that you need. And now is the time to take up each university that you've shortlisted and look at their application requirements one by one. So go to each university's website and check their requirements carefully. First, look at the SOP requirement. Is there anything specific do they want you to write in your SOP? Have they given any word limit? Note that down. Then you look at the number of LORs that they need. Generally, they require 3 LORs. Sometimes they might ask for only 2. A lot of universities also ask you to submit your CV. Apart from that, you look whether they need any additional document like a personal statement or a research proposal. Based on the program and the university you are applying to, they might need these documents as well. And finally, you look at the application deadline. Once you have this information, make sure you put everything down in an Excel sheet so that you don't forget these things and you don't have to go back to the university website to look for this information, because searching all these things on the university website is actually a hassle. So you don't want to repeat these things again. Once you have everything clearly written, spread it out. Make a timetable as to when do you want to complete all these documents. Ideally, you should try to submit your application as soon as possible because some universities have rolling admissions. Worst case, try to keep a target of completing everything 2 weeks before the deadline. That way, in case you have any last minute hiccups like your SOP is not ready or your professor has not uploaded the LOR, you can resolve these things. Now, in August and September, you should start working on your SOPs, LORs, CV and your personal statement. Basically all the written documents that you need for your application. First, start by finalizing your recommenders. Once you've done that, you work on your LORs. Now, in order to know how to choose your recommenders or how to write those LORs, you can check out my previous video on how to write your letters of recommendation. Once you've prepared your LORs, you should start working on your CV. Nearly 80% of the universities would ask you to submit either your resume or a CV. So for this, I would strongly recommend that you join my resume building course. Here we share with you the right format and also teach you how to put in the content for abroad applications. To know more about this course, you can check out the link in the description below. Now with CV and LORs out of the way, you can start working on your statement of purpose. Now let me be very frank with you here. If you want to write a good SOP, you need to give yourself at least 1 month's time. I don't mean the entire month you'll be working on this, but on and off you will be. So if you want to write a good statement of purpose, please keep this much time apart. Now if you want to get a brief idea about how to write your SOP, you can check out my previous video. I've linked it in the description for you. Once your SOP is done, based on the universities you've selected, see whether you need an additional personal statement as well. Very few universities ask for it, so if you do need to write one, it's important to understand what is the difference between a statement of purpose and a personal statement. Again, I've prepared a video for this before, so you can check that out to know more. I know I'm constantly redirecting you to my previous videos, but I've explained these things more in detail in those videos, and there is no point in repeating the same thing here. So if you want to know more about it, then you can check those videos. But if you feel you want to learn each and everything in detail as to how to write an SOP, how to write an LOR, how to write your personal statements and even emails to professors, then you can check out my study abroad course. In this course, not only do we teach you step-by-step process of how to write these documents, but we share many examples with you from top universities, and along with that, I provide you with quality feedback so that you can make these documents perfect and ready for submission. To know more about this course, please check the link in the description below. So by September, we should try and wrap up all these documents. Starting October, most of the universities open their portals for application. So here what you should do is at least create an account in the university portal. Make sure you save your ID and password in the Excel sheet because you don't want to lose them. Once you create an account, you will be able to see the complete application form. This way, you will also know all the admission requirements in case you've missed out any. Start by filling up the personal particulars. Keep a copy of your passport handy because you might need to upload that as well. Initially, it will take a bit of time, but once you're done with 1 or 2 applications, you will get the hang of it. Once your personal particulars are done, fill in the details of your recommenders so that they can upload their LORs. Generally, the professors take time, so you don't want to delay this. Some university applications ask you to submit the LORs along with the application, while some ask you to submit it before the deadline, even after you've submitted the application. But my suggestion to you would be to do everything before you click on the submit button. Sometimes admission officers review your application as soon as it is done. So it's best to have everything submitted and not leave out anything for the deadline. Once the LOR notification is sent, you can tailor your SOP and personal statement according to each university and upload it on the portal. Some universities also request for official test scores from ETS, so make sure you apply for it in advance so that it reaches the university on time. Ideally, you're supposed to do these things in October, November and December combined. During this phase, it's also a good idea to email the professors if you're going for any research-based programs like a PhD or Masters by Research. How to email the professors and how exactly to request for research positions, well, I've prepared a video about it before, so you can check that out. Now for fall admissions, a lot of the universities have early deadlines around December 31st. While some universities have their deadlines till mid-January, while few of them also have their applications open till February. But the idea here is to identify the university which has its earliest deadline and then keep working backwards based on the other deadlines. As I mentioned earlier, target to complete your applications at least 2 weeks before the deadline. Check and double check everything before you click the submit button. From personal experience, what I've noticed is that most students struggle to complete their SOPs on time. So make sure you don't do that. Wrap up everything in advance. If you follow the timeline that I've shared with you, I can assure you that you'll be able to go through the application process very smoothly. So guys, that's all I wanted to share with you today. Hope this video gave you a fair idea about what lies ahead of you and how to complete your applications like a pro. Again, if you need any help with your essays or your CV, you can check out my courses. They are very comprehensive and will assist you in sending out a quality application. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I wish you have a fantastic career ahead.